Not all friendships are built on mutual respect and affection. Some exist purely out of convenience, whether for social status, personal gain, or even just to have someone around. Carl Jung believed that much of our social behavior is dictated by the unconscious mind, meaning we may sense someone's hidden hostility long before we consciously acknowledge it. Think about it. Have you ever felt a strange tension around someone but couldn't quite put your finger on why? Maybe their smile seemed forced, their laughter hollow, or their words carried an undertone that didn't sit right with you. These are not just passing feelings. They are signals from your deeper awareness that something isn't as it appears. Jung taught that the psyche picks up on contradictions. When someone's outward friendliness doesn't align with their underlying emotions, your unconscious mind registers the deception. The question is, are you paying attention? Their words don't match their energy. People who secretly dislike you often say one thing while their body language, tone, and energy say another. It's subtle, but if you observe carefully, you'll start noticing it everywhere. They might offer a half-hearted, "That's amazing," when you share an accomplishment, but their smile doesn't quite reach their eyes. Their words may be encouraging, but their tone lacks warmth. They might give you a compliment, but it somehow leaves you feeling worse instead of better. "Wow, I never expected you to do that." Good for you. Jung's theory of the shadow, the hidden, often darker parts of ourselves, explains why this happens. People project their insecurities onto others, sometimes without realizing it. Their subconscious resentment seeps into their actions, even when they try to hide it. A person who harbors negative feelings toward you will struggle to maintain consistent warmth and sincerity. They may mask their hostility, but their energy will always betray them. They undermine you subtly. Not all haters are obvious. In fact, the most dangerous ones are those who work behind the scenes, undermining you in ways that are easy to dismiss. Maybe they give you backhanded compliments. "You did well for someone with no experience." Or they pretend to be helpful while planting seeds of doubt in your mind. "I mean, it's great that you got the promotion, but are you sure you're ready for that kind of responsibility?" Carl Jung believed that our relationships are often mirrors. When someone constantly tries to make you feel small, it's often a reflection of their own insecurities. They fear your progress because it reminds them of their stagnation. They don't want to see you succeed because it forces them to confront their own failures. The worst part? This behavior is so subtle that over time you may start questioning yourself. That's exactly what they want. The more doubt they can instill in you, the more power they hold over you. They enjoy your struggles. There's a strange satisfaction that some people feel when they see others struggle, especially those they secretly resent. If someone close to you seems a little too interested in your failures, that's a red flag. You can hear it in their words. "Oh no, I heard about what happened. That must be so tough for you." But the tone is just a little too cheerful. You can see it in their actions, how they suddenly become more engaged when you're down but distant when things are going well. Jung believed that people often project their own dissatisfaction onto others. Someone who secretly dislikes you might feel validated by your hardships because, deep down, they don't want you to be happier or more successful than they are. Your struggles make them feel superior, even if they'd never admit it. But here's the thing, your pain should never be someone else's entertainment. Pay attention to who truly supports you during difficult times and who merely watches from the sidelines, waiting for you to fall. They distance themselves until they need something. One of the most telling signs of a fake friendship? They only show up when they need something. When you're the one reaching out, they're always too busy. They don't have time to check in, ask how you're doing, or make an effort to spend time with you. But the moment they need a favor, they suddenly become your best friend again. Jung's insights into human behavior suggest that people reveal their true nature not through words, but through patterns. A person who genuinely values you will make an effort to maintain the relationship, without an ulterior motive. But someone who secretly resents you sees you as a resource, not a person. Watch their behavior closely. Do they only call when they need something? Do they disappear when you need them the most? If so, you're dealing with someone who sees you as nothing more than a convenience. At some point you have to ask yourself, why are you holding on to this person? Jung taught that we attract relationships that reflect aspects of ourselves, both the good and the bad. If you keep allowing someone who undermines you to stay in your life, ask yourself what part of you is afraid to let go. Maybe they represent an old version of yourself that you're reluctant to leave behind. Maybe you're holding on to the idea of them rather than the reality. Whatever the reason, the truth is clear. You don't need to keep people around who secretly wish you harm. Recognizing these signs is the first step. The second step? Choosing yourself. Breaking free from toxic attachments. Recognizing that someone secretly resents you is only half the battle. The next challenge is deciding what to do about it. Do you confront them? Do you slowly drift away? Or do you cut them off entirely? The truth is there's no one-size-fits-all answer. But Carl Jung's insights into human psychology offer guidance. Jung believed that we unconsciously attract certain types of people into our lives because they serve as reflections of our inner world. If you consistently find yourself surrounded by individuals who undermine you, use you, or secretly resent you, it's time to look inward. What part of you allows them to stay? Is it fear of being alone? A deep-seated belief that you must prove your worth? Or is it simply a habit, an old relationship that lingers long past its expiration date? Once you understand why you've tolerated these relationships, you can begin the process of breaking free. This doesn't always mean a dramatic confrontation. Sometimes, the most powerful move you can make is quiet detachment. Stop feeding the connection. Stop seeking validation from someone who will never genuinely support you. Stop making excuses for people who wouldn't do the same for you. True freedom isn't just about removing toxic people from your life. It's about removing the parts of yourself that once needed them. The moment you stop seeking approval from those who secretly despise you, you reclaim your power. And in that space, you make room for genuine connections, people who celebrate your growth rather than fear it. If this video made you rethink some of your relationships, then you're already one step ahead of most people. Awareness is power, but only if you act on it. The way you navigate relationships shapes your entire life, so don't ignore the signs. So hit that subscribe button. Because understanding human nature isn't just about seeing the good. It's about recognizing the hidden truths beneath the surface and protecting your peace. The people you allow in your life should uplift you, not weigh you down. Choose wisely, your future depends on it.